Just bet all. Just bet all. I was probably around 7 or 8 years old when I was walking through the aisles of Walmart in the American Midwest when I saw a computer game on the $10 rack. It was Call of Duty. Now I've played games before that point. I had a hand-me-down NES, so I played Mario, Contra, Tetris, all the classics. I also played some PC games, like the groundbreaking titles of Battlestrike Road to Berlin and Jet Fighter 2015. They were fine at the time, because I was like 8, but something struck me about the guy pointing at me from the $10 Jewel PC gaming shelf. So I saved up some money and eventually bought it, my first real video game. I didn't know what to expect. It's bizarre to think about a gaming world where Call of Duty wasn't all over the place, but in 2003, that was how it was. Medal of Honor came out only a few years before, and it sold a whole bunch of copies, and then some developers from that series broke off and founded Infinity Ward to work on a project called Medal of Honor Killer. I'm not going to go into the full developer thing because there's a whole bunch of other videos that discuss that in more detail. The gist is, it's World War II, baby. The world is fucked up. We're playing Call of Duty. We're going to give it a shot on the second hardest difficulty, and we're going to do the tutorial first. Most missions have a journal entry during the loading screen that gives a bit of characterization to the various silent protagonists that we'll be playing as. First up is the American campaign. We are taking the reins as Private Martin in the year 1942. We are at boot camp at Camp Toccoa. We meet a lot of our American squad mates that we'll be storming France with later on. It's sort of like HBO's Band of Brothers, which I haven't seen. Yeah, I know, it's on the list. This game set the standard for World War II first-person shooter games. It has all the amenities. We move around, jump, crouch, prone, climb ladders, the usual stuff. The controls aged well, everything is smooth and intuitive. The weapons are the standard American arsenal: semi-automatic rifles, sniper rifles, submachine guns, grenades, and explosives. We get a rundown on how they all function, basic stuff really. Everything is just good. The graphics are good, and the sound design is good. Everything works together to make an immersive environment, which is especially impressive for 2003. Now that we have the fundamentals down, let's go to war.
Get your butt out of there unless you want it blown off.
We get a slideshow of a mission briefing. It has some personality while being very historical. We're doing the Normandy landings in France in 1944 as part of Operation Overlord. We're getting dropped behind enemy lines, but we're playing as the guys that drop before the guys that get dropped, to plant beacons to designate landing zones for other troops and stuff like that. As the mission starts, we get dropped into an idyllic French landscape right next to St. Mère-Église. It won't stay like this for long, though. I can't emphasize this next point enough. When I first played this game when I was like 8 or whatever, this scared the fucking shit out of me. I barely figured out how to play the game, then all of a sudden I'm alone with a gun, and some Germans are about to start shooting at me. I crawled around like this for probably 10 minutes or so. That memory stuck with me for a long time. Anyways, we knock out our first German out of many, and head on down the path. We find a dead allied paratrooper that got stuck in a tree. He probably got killed by the guys in this bunker. I'll show them. Sweet. After planting the thingy-majig, I head down towards these houses. Oh boy, it's starting to get loud. Planes, paratroopers, and air raid sirens. I think we still have the element of surprise. Wow, that's loud. It begins. Grenades are a handy tool here. We fight on for a bit until I die. Damn, the health goes down quick. I don't think I ever played this game before on the hardened difficulty, so I need to be careful. Mostly because this is before the era of regenerating health that doesn't show up until Call of Duty 2.
Everybody move! Come on! All right, guys, get set to move. On my command.
We keep on fighting, taking out machine gunners, infantry, and some anti-aircraft cannons. The whole nighttime environment is super atmospheric. It really feels like a war zone with an ambient soundscape, explosive flashes brightening the sky, anti-aircraft cannons and planes filling the air. Another atmospheric part, which seems benign now, is the fact that our squad mates and other allied forces are storming the front with us. This isn't a 90s first-person shooter where you're the only guy fighting, nor is it a tactical shooter where you have to micromanage everyone's behavior. The AI, both friendly and enemy, push forward, retreat, take cover, throw grenades, all sorts of stuff without the player's interaction. We're fighting some German paratroopers, so they have some fancy pants paratrooper guns like this FG-42, which rules. It's got a scope and everything. Now the rest of this game consists of shooting Germans in different locations, but these events and places are based on real things from the war. Throughout this video, I'm going to read out some quotes related to the events to give a historical background, partly because I want you to learn more stuff as a viewer, and partly because it's hard to find a lot of stuff to talk about at the later parts of this game. So here's a quote from D-Day with the Screaming Eagles by George Koskemeki. Sergeant Carwood Lipton reacted calmly to the intense action about him. He had landed in a walled-in backyard in St. Mary-Glise, with heavy machine gun fire being sent up towards him as he floated down. A building had been burning fiercely down the street, lighting the area with eerie dancing shadows. Yet, Lipton remembered, I didn't have any trouble getting out of my chute. I was very calm. Unbuckled each leg strap, belly band, and chest strap. Checked myself over and saw that the only weapons I had were a trench knife, 2 fragmentation grenades, and a demolition kit. Luckily, we landed with a bit more than that. In other news, this person sucks at the game. If you peek around this corner, he sees you, but he doesn't aim for your head, he only aims for where your body is. What a fucking stupid ass idiot that guy was. Alright, so we clear the area and then regroup, and then that's the first mission down.
Reinforced, but this is just one tiny village in a warring country full of them, so our work has just begun. For those of you who've seen your first action, welcome to the big time. For those of you who've seen it before, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay, it's morning now. I think we have some breathing room.
Up! Get up! Wake and shake it! The Germans!
Ah, come on, man.
Orders incoming!
All right, mortars are taking a break. Johnson, go have a look.
Right, Captain.
After getting mortared, Johnson gets told to check the area out.
Got him. Damn.
Damn, they did get him. Way to go. A German counterattack is here, and it is countering our attack from last night.
Tiger! Martin, get a man across the church and take that mother out!
A tank rolls up, and we have to take it out with some Panzerfaust anti-tank launchers, so I'm going to head to the church and shoot it through this window. Damn it. Okay, one more time. There we go, I knew it was possible. There's lots of dumb shit I did as a kid with this game. We'll take another launcher to go, because I already know that there's another tank on the way. The MG42 machine guns in this game are stupid loud, just look at this. Like, I can't even see what I'm shooting at. We fight around the same area we did last night, and sure enough, a tank runs this guy over. Look how he gets into position. Ah man, he got shot before getting run over. Oh well. Private Martin 2, tanks 0. Let's keep it rolling for tank 3. I turn the corner with the Panzerfaust, boom. Is there supposed to be an animation that plays where 2 American soldiers hop onto the tank and throw a grenade in there to blow it up? Yes. Did I kill them with my Panzerfaust? Probably. We proceed onwards to take out some mortar teams that have been blowing us up. It's kind of like a weird grove windmill farm area, and there is a Kar 98K sniper rifle here that we can pop these guys with, sniper elite style, so that's how it goes for a while. Once the area is clear, I grab my Colt 45 and take the mortar team out. Cool. So the next mission, we've got to move some documents around. Let's see what the next mission screen looks like, and oh my god, I can't read any of this shit. We're on the road with Ender and Moody, two of our comrades, and it's something out of
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my god!
Proceed, 28.
It's actually insane how fast the car goes. At some points we slow down for a turn and these bozos try to physically attack us with their weapons. What the fuck is your problem, man? The mission has a frenetic energy that never really stops till halfway through when a tank rolls up.
Shut up, Elder, and get your ass out! Let's go, Martin! Move it! Move!
I can't believe I can do this!
Volunteered.
After that, we need to find another car. We go to the house, nab the car, and head on down the road to the other American forces.
Elder, ever steal a car?
Only when I need one, son.
As a side note, I forgot how short these missions are. I've only been playing the game for 40 minutes, and we've already done 4 missions.
I gotta go report in to Major Shepard and get our orders. Take 5, but stay put.
Okie doke, Sarge. What the hell else am I gonna do?
Next on the list is Br&eacute Manor. We gotta sneak around to these hedges and blow up some artillery guns.
Gal to cover our flank. Second squad, follow in reserve. I got point. Elder and Martin on my tail. Everybody set? Let's go!
This is an area that was featured in Band of Brothers, I think, so that's a direct influence, probably. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Call of Duty is focused primarily on the heroic elements of combat during the Second World War. There's no nuance, no prisoners of war or civilians, it's the good guys versus the bad guys. There's a bunker where we gotta press F on some documents to take them, and we see this little scene.
Grab those enemy documents, quick! The documents, hurry up! Martin, Elder, give me covering fire!
Damn, that's so fucked up. Moody goes out there to save the guy, and we gotta keep on going.
You guys move on with 2 squad. Martin, take these explosives and try to shut their artillery down.
We move on to a barn, and this guy didn't see us coming. Here's a quote from Max Hastings' book Inferno in regard to what the Normandy invasion looked like to a German soldier. On the morning of 6 June, we saw the full might of the English and Americans, one man wrote in a letter to his wife, which was later found on his corpse. At sea, close inshore, the fleet was drawn up. Limitless ships, small and great, assembled as if for a parade, a grandiose spectacle. No one who did not see it could have believed it. The whistling of the shells and shattering explosions around us created the worst kind of music. Our unit has suffered terribly. You and the children will be glad I survived. Only a tiny, tiny handful of our company remains. The The fighting is intense, especially here in Br&eacute. I was going to try to find a quote from the Easy Company Band of Brothers thing that happened at Br&eacute Manor, but I don't have the books for it, unfortunately, so we'll keep on going. A lot of the books about World War II that I read, I think they're good, and then I Google it, and it's like, oh, that author sucks and makes stuff up, and they plagiarized, and they told a story, not actually told the history. So it's kind of hard to find books that are like, oh, this is a legitimately good account of whatever happened, so I don't know, it kinda sucks. There's another insanely loud MG42, like, it's just unreal, dude, look at this fucking thing, like, you can't even see what you're shooting at. I don't understand, is my game glitched, or is that just how it was? Anyways, we blow up all the artillery pieces, and there it goes. Cool, man, we get another slideshow.
Sergeant Moody owes me $50 because it looks like Operation Overlord was a success. Our British and Canadian friends took most of their objectives. At headquarters, Moody, Elder, and Martin were assigned to silence a German battery at Br&eacute Manor and faced an entire platoon of Germans with only a handful of men. Well, it seems that someone at command noticed your actions. Our unit has been detached from the rest of the 101st so that it can be used for some special missions behind enemy lines.
In this one, we gotta save the OG Captain Price, who was captured and is being held in the Bavarian Alps. It's an undercover type mission, but not really, there's no stealth elements. First we fight our way through a small checkpoint, and then we work our way to the chateau through the back of it.
Get in there, grab any docks, knock out their communications, then meet back up with us. Sergeant Moody and I will find Price and Ingram.
The inside of the building has an uncanny feeling. There's no other part of the game that feels like this. It sort of reminds me of a 90s DK point-and-click adventure game for some reason, but that's just me.
Don't stop now. Price and Ingram are behind these doors. Stand back, we're gonna blow them! Price and Ingram are behind these doors.
Made quite a racket, didn't you? That's quite all right. I can still walk.
Captain Price, Captain Foley. Where's Major Ingram?
They moved him to a camp. Not to worry, I overheard where.
In the wine cellar, we find the epic Call of Duty character Captain Price. It's a different Captain Price from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. He is, however, probably the same Captain Price as depicted in Call of Duty 2, which released in 2005. So there you go. He's wounded, so we have to escort him out of this place.
Let's pile in. We're getting out.
Captain, what about Major Ingram?
We'll be back for him. Get in.
Now that we've saved Captain Price, we need to bust Major Ingram out of a German camp. We're on a time limit, but we have more than enough time to work with. As far as I know, this isn't based off of a real-world location or battle. The campaign seems to be 50-50 on whether or not a mission has a real-world counterpart.
Yanks! There's a spot of luck. Come to collect me, have you? Lead on, lads. No time for handshakes and hellos.
We find the guy, shoot a whole bunch of Germans, and then escape. And just like that, we are out of the American campaign, but there's another little mission in the epilogue where we will see all of these people for one last time.
Show, Captain. To you and your boys. Well done. Well done.
We're now onto the British campaign, playing as a glide trooper during the invasion of Normandy. The basic idea is that there's a bridge that German reinforcements could use, so we need to capture it. As we'll be behind enemy lines, we'll use a glider that is towed by a powered aircraft, then it will detach and silently glide onto a field, and the troops inside will dismount and attack the enemy positions. This is actually a real place, and as far as I can tell, it is realistically modeled in the game.
Oh, for God's sake, Jack. It's the biggest forest in Normandy. Pay attention. I am. It's not there. Well, perhaps they moved it. By my calculations, we're on course. We'll want to bank north 2 degrees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bingo.
All right, everyone. Brace for launching.
Stream!
Bloody hard landing, eh?
Is everyone all right? Mills?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just great.
Button up! Let's go! Let's go! Move! Come on!
We are working under the epic Call of Duty character Captain Price once again, or I should say for the first time in the series. Here's a quote from The Longest Day by Cornelius Ryan that goes into the details about the British assault on one of these canal bridges. Now everybody stormed the bridge. There was bedlam. The Germans were shocked and disorganized. Grenades came hurtling into their dugouts and communications trenches. Some Germans who were actually asleep in gun pits woke up to the blinding crash of explosions and found themselves gazing into the business ends of Sten guns. Others, still dazed, grabbed rifles and machine guns and began firing haphazardly at the shadowy figures who seemed to have materialized from nowhere. We fight some more Germans, but this time with some British weapons like a Bren machine gun, the Enfield rifle, and a Sten gun. The core combat loop will remain like this for the rest of the game, which to modern standards seems like it would be super boring, but for 2003 this stuff is probably mind-blowing. Not that I was able to play this at launch, because I was a toddler at the time. At one point, a tank rolls up, and we have to get an engineer to clear up an 88 flak cannon for us to blow it up.
Get to their flak gun and turn it on that tank! Find Private Mills and take him with you! Get him to free up the bloody thing!
No problem. I'll get it working. Follow me. Dead on a dig, Sarge. Try it now. Nice shot, Sarge.
Cool.
Bridge clear. They're pulling back. I'm in jam. Bridge secured.
All clear! Clear over here!
Now it's daylight, and we have to defend the bridge until reinforcements arrive.
Apart from some medical supplies, all we found were a couple of rifles and several Panzerfausts, which are woefully inaccurate.
Thank God we still have that flak gun. We can use it to hold the bridge until our relief shows up.
Some infantry and tanks show up, but Bob's your uncle. We really take the piss out of him. Towards the end of the defense, it's a real beautiful moment when the score kicks in. It makes you want to pop out of cover and heroically shoot some more enemies, but when you do that, you lose health really fast. So we have to hunker down until the reinforcements finally show up.
Move up! I believe that's the last of them. Excellent work, lads. Bloody well done.
Since we did such a good job in the last mission, we got promoted to the British Special Forces. We have to knock out some anti-aircraft guns on the Eder Dam, which will be bombed after we do that. It was bombed in real life, but in real life they just dropped the dam buster bombs on them without a raid, but this is a video game, so who cares. We're all alone in this mission, no friendly troops are surrounding our every move. I'll have to rely on my firearms, quick wits, and quick saving to get through it in one piece. This is another classic level in my opinion. It just looks beautiful. It's also extremely large and intricate as we fight along the top of the dam, we fight inside the power stations and the substations. The annoying part is that for most of the level there's a klaxon blaring and German voices yelling over the PA system. We get it. I'm in the building. Shut up. After we fuck up a bunch of stuff, we escape, and what an escape it is.
Evans, good man, in the truck, hop on!
In this one, we're in a truck with a bunch of Panzerfausts. There's no sense of realistic physics or momentum with these vehicles. It looks weightless as we zip along these mountainous roads, but again, the spectacle is unique for the time. It's very cinematic. It's like a movie. We blow up a whole bunch of stuff, and at one point we have to blow up a bridge to buy some more time. And then we keep on moving. For the last mission of the Eder Dam bonanza, we need to hop onto a stolen German plane. We fly into a local airfield really fast and need to defend it while the plane is being hijacked. Makes sense. What doesn't make sense are the numerous Stuka dive bombers trying to annihilate us. Lucky for us, an anti-aircraft cannon with infinite rounds is right here. We shoot the planes down. My teammates suck at covering me though, so we have to hop off the anti-aircraft gun occasionally to shoot the bozos on the neighboring building. After enough time passes, we hop onto the truck and escape. Yippee! On this one, we have to sabotage the German Tirpitz ship, take some documents, and destroy some communications on it with our good old, brand-recognizable friend, Captain Price. It's good to work with him again, I guess. The first section is undercover with Captain Price and I dressed up as German sailors. We get on board the ship and make our way to the engine room, but eventually our papers get checked with increased scrutiny and we make our move.
Grab a weapon and explosives, quick! The ship's boilers lie in these passageways. Place your charges as we go. This place will be crawling with Krupps.
Well, it looks like we're on now. We have to plant some bombs on the bottom deck engine room boiler things. It's a claustrophobic environment. It's super duper cramped. Oh shit. Captain Price is fucking dead. It's actually an interesting choice on the part of the developers. It's not a cinematic cutscene or anything like that. He just got caught at the wrong time by German forces and the player stumbles across his body. No grand emotional outburst. It's just another death on cold steel on open waters. The mission must go on though, so we make our way to the main deck and work our way up. We take out some communication equipment and grab some papers and we make our way to the boat we came in on. The Tirpitz was a real ship, but it was destroyed by Allied bombers in 1944 without any special operations shenanigans. Either way, it's a unique environment that you don't see too often in games. I guess the Germans left Sergeant Waters down there, even though the two people that came with him just shot up 50 German sailors, but whatever.
Damn, that was a very fine man. Let's get the hell out of here.
That's it for the British campaign, now it's on to the Soviets. The Eastern Front in World War II can be described as an epic fail for the Third Reich. The sheer amount of bloodshed on this front is mind-boggling, and we're about to hop right into the worst battle of the entire conflict, Stalingrad. While I haven't seen Band of Brothers, I also haven't seen Enemy at the Gates, which to my knowledge, the first 2 missions in this campaign basically copy and pasted from. Anyways, needless to say, when I played this mission at 8 years old, I was extremely confused. Why are the people in my own team shooting at the good guys? What's going on? I can't blame the former child in me. The Eastern Front in general is beyond understanding, for me at least. Video games have a weird quality where you can gun down a bunch of people and you think, wow, that's a lot of people. I probably killed like 200 or more enemies so far in this campaign. Then you Google how many people were killed, not wounded, in Stalingrad during the Second World War, and you get 1.1 to 3 million people. It's a truly appalling number, and that's what we're going into right now. This is one of the highlights of the entire game, and while parts of it aren't entirely historically accurate, I think the message gets through. We have to team up with the sniper to work our way across the field to find an artilleryman. I didn't have that much health though, and so I died here a bunch of times. I waited for him to tell me to run, but who knows what it could be. It might just be a compatibility issue with like Windows 11 or something. I always liked this part. The artilleryman calls in a strike, and the clouds across the Volga River light up from the flashes of guns. Then the shells start exploding right next to us. Next is Red Square. It's a dire situation. We have to push forward.
No hesitation, comrades! Do not take one step backwards!
For Mother Russia, comrades! Do not turn your back on her!
But I do like the music in this section. Eventually, we link up with the sergeant and flank around to an apartment complex. We have some new weapons now, a Mosin-Nagant rifle, as well as the 41 machine gun. The grenades we have look different, but there's no functional difference between them. They explode, it's about all you need, really. We make it to the top, and we have to take out some officers with the handy-dandy sniper rifle. We get down just in time for some artillery to slam into the German lines.
We've retaken Red Square. You'll report to him from here on out.
The Soviet missions tend to blend together for me. There's a whole bunch of broken bricks, debris, blown out buildings, the usual stuff. Progressing onto the train station level, it's the same thing here, shooting Germans. I've mentioned this before, that Call of Duty is focused on the heroic elements of combat, but the real-world counterpart was full of bombings, sniping, disease, infestations, civilians in the crossfire, mass murder, pillaging, rape, and other atrocities on both sides of the Eastern Front conflict. These things also did happen on the Western Front as well, but not at the same scale. There are endless quotes I could reference from the Battle of Stalingrad and the Eastern Front, but it's such a different level of combat, and while I'd want to have you, the viewer, maybe learn something about World War II that you didn't know before, this is a video game first and foremost. It bums me out just reading about it, but there's a cost to totalitarian governments and systems that we should really avoid as a species. Here's a quote from Anthony Beevor's book called The Second World War. It is discussing the context of the war as it was in 1942. The Third Reich had achieved its greatest occupation of territory. Its forces spread from the Volga to France's Atlantic coast, and from the North Cape to the Sahara. But now Hitler became obsessed with the capture of Stalingrad, mainly because it bore Stalin's name. And for all of Hitler's hubris, it led to this other quote later on in Anthony Beevor's other book on Stalingrad. This is towards the end of the battle. On the sectors which had not yet been broken, starving men were too exhausted to go outside the bunker to hide their tears from their comrades. "I'm thinking about you and our little son," wrote an unknown German soldier in a letter which never reached his wife. "The only thing I have left is to think of you. I am indifferent to everything else. Thinking about you breaks my heart." Out in the fire trenches, men were so cold and weak that their slow, uncoordinated movements made them appear as if they were drugged. It's impossible to contemplate all the individual tragedies that this war caused everybody in the world, and it's all the fault of a handful of men, particularly Adolf Hitler. In a different way, it's also weird how many video games are based on World War II. It makes sense and it can be a representation of thrilling combat, but at times it feels like this PS3 commercial, especially when trying to make a YouTube video about it.
I'm telling you, war has changed. So you do what you have to. I'm no hero. But whatever good I've done, it was him.
It was in the days of suffering when the gods made their might known. When no mortal dared stand up to Zeus. He did.
Omaha! Been down on that godforsaken beach?
Like, oh, here's all these fucking dumbass video games, and oh, here's like a real guy that could have existed. It's like, what the fuck? At the end of the day, this is a video game. This is a YouTube channel called Just the Pulp. The real horrors cannot be expressed in a meaningful way. Anyways, next level of the computer game. We need to help out another group of Soviet soldiers, but being as Stalingrad is jacked up on the surface, we're gonna have to go through the sewer system. Imagine fighting in a war that already kind of sucks, and now imagine fighting in a war in a piss and shit zone. The German soldiers are now wearing winter uniforms, so that's a bit of a welcome change. Anything that adds some variety is fine by me. It kind of makes me want to play all the Metro games, honestly. I never played The Last Light or Exodus, so that might be on the list for the future. We'll see. Good old Pavlov's house. This is based on a real battle and location where Soviet forces defended against attacking German forces with rifles, machine guns, and anti-tank rifles. But first, we have to take the house itself, which is sucky on this difficulty. From this point to the end of the game, I'm basically safe skimming the whole way through. It's hard. After capturing the building, we must now defend it. At first it goes smooth, some tanks show up, I blow them up, the usual infantry shenanigans. Later on it gets worse. Towards the end I just camp in a room and hope for the best. Eventually some reinforcements show up, and that ends this mission. Now we're fighting in Warsaw, Poland, which is also a fucked up place to be in during the war. There's no winners here. We shoot some more Germans. The early 2000s had a whole bunch of World War II shooters, and eventually people got tired of them. I'm already kind of tired of them after replaying this game, and it's been 3 hours. I don't really have much else to say as I shoot Germans and navigate this industrial environment. It's not bad, it's just kind of repetitive. In the absence of anything else to talk about, and considering my lack of will to find a quote from Warsaw, Poland during the war to ruin my night, let's just skip to the next mission. Okay, cool. Something different. We have a tank sequence. We get to attack the enemies with a T-34 tank, and we are joined by a dozen other tanks. Panzers are converging on our positions, so we gotta blow them up. It's no gunner heat PC by any means, you just click on the tanks and eventually they blow up. We push through the forest while avoiding ambushes from Panzerfaust infantry and other enemy tanks. There's a machine gun mounted on the front of the tank that automatically aims and fires at infantry, so our only concerns are moving the tank and firing the cannon. Soon we make it to town, and it's a bit more hectic. Infantry pop out of nowhere, tanks and flak cannons are around each corner. It also appears that most of our friendly allies got blown up, so we don't have much backup. The houses themselves are semi-destructible, which is kind of fun. It feels powerful to blow holes into houses. We aren't stuck on foot going from room to room this time around. We mop up the enemies, and that technically ends the Soviet campaign. The next few missions are the epilogue, which give us one more mission from each nation we've played as so far. First up are the Americans. In this one we are taking out some enemy bunkers and grabbing documents during the snowy Battle of the Bulge. Insert Band of Brothers reference here. Something's going on with the graphical rendering and things are popping in from the distance. It only affects this mission and the next one though, so I'm not going to worry about it. The game is 20 years old and the only thing I did to get it working with this resolution is changing a text file, so it's a miracle it works as well as it does when you really think about it. It's nice to see the characters from the start of the game again. We shoot some more Germans, blow up some tanks, do all the stuff, and that's about it for the American side.
Great job on those tanks. Private Martin, you've done yourself proud. I can hardly believe we've done it.
The next mission puts us back into the British Special Forces stuff. V-2 rockets are being launched at British civilian centers as part of revenge for British strategic bombing. We are here to put a stop to some of them, so here goes. We take out some enemy patrols and then regroup with some other lads.
Hello, boys. Smashing good use of mines. No time to chat. We'll be moving north to find those V2s now. All right then, move it. Move along!
After that, we make it to the site itself. We need to fuel the rockets up first and then plant the explosives to make the explosion larger. Oh, don't get too close to it, it's about to explode! Oh, he's fine, never mind. Yeah, he just shrugged it off. We blow them all up and leave. That's it for the British side, for now. This is it. We're near the German Reichstag, the main government building of the Third Reich. Our main goal is to stick a Soviet flag on the tippy top of it, but first we gotta do some more street-level rebel fighting. After that, a tank will blow a hole in a brick wall, and then we'll see it. It's an imposing structure with multiple machine gun positions on it, but we gotta take it on. If this were any regular war, it would have and should have been over by now with a peace agreement or an armistice. This wasn't a regular war though. The intensity and level of pain that Nazi Germany inflicted onto the world up until 1943 led the Allies, specifically the American President Roosevelt, to push for unconditional surrender. No deals, no truces, and no pacts. This ensured the complete military destruction of Nazi Germany's army, as Hitler would never surrender, and he decided to blow his own gourd off on April 30th, 1945 instead. Bodies, explosions, debris, and gunfire are everywhere. It's an interesting arena for combat in the Reichstag. It does feel significant in the game, even though the moment-to-moment combat has not changed for 3 hours. The Allies have finally reached the heart of Berlin. We get to the top and the flag goes up. That's it. We won. I think a cutscene is supposed to play, but with my high resolution it screwed up and skipped it. Whoops. The credits roll. Nice. For Infinity Ward's first game as an independent studio, it's pretty good. Hey, maybe they'll even do modern combat one day. Let's change gears a bit. A year after Call of Duty released in 2003, Grey Matter Studios, the minds behind Return to Castle Wolfenstein and Redneck Rampage, developed an expansion pack for Call of Duty called United Offensive. It used the same engine and many of the same assets. We're going to play that one too because why not? I'm going with the Greenhorn difficulty this time so you don't have to save scum throughout the whole game. Fun fact, Grey Matter Studios would eventually get sucked up into Treyarch when Call of Duty 3 was being developed, so in a way this can be seen as the earliest example of the release schedule that Call of Duty games followed for years, and years, and years, and many more years for the foreseeable future. Anyways, the single player has more of the same combat flow with some additions like sprinting, deployable machine guns, and other weapons. The multiplayer mode changed a whole lot though. It added vehicles and a ranking system, probably some other game modes, but it's been like, 10-15 years since I played the multiplayer last. The single player campaigns follow the same format as the last game, where we start with the American one. We step right into the Battle of the Bulge. It's like Band of Brothers again, it keeps happening. The patrol that we're taking part of goes south, then we get a cinematic escape on a Jeep with an M2 machine gun mounted on it.
Get your butts moving! Go, go, go!
Sarge, they got Joey!
He's dead, Ender. There ain't nothing we can do for him now. We're getting out of Dodge!
Sarge, they're passing on the right!
Shut up!
We get back to the American position, but the enemy attack is right on top of us, so we have to hold the line for a bit. Like I said before, this expansion throws some more weapons at us. The Germans get a new semi-automatic rifle, the Gewehr, I don't know. The Americans get a bazooka and a 30 cal deployable machine gun. The machine gun is alright when deployed, but getting it deployed and reloading is super clunky. The bazooka is nice to use. I was tired of using Panzerfausts for destroying every single tank in the original campaign. After holding on for long enough, some tanks roll up and blow everything up. Cool. Up next is the Crossroads. We get some more little character moments, which is kind of fun.
You on this mission. Care to brief them?
My pleasure, sir. It's pretty bad everywhere. Take your pick. Sergeant Ramirez, you and your boys will hit the crossroads just south of Foy.
Got it.
Oh, man. What? I'm freezing my ass off.
Both of you, quiet. Count your blessings. It's gonna get hot here soon enough.
This mission takes place at night as we do the, military stuff. The original campaign is good, but this one adds a bit more character to the story. It feels a bit more fleshed out at the cost of the length of the campaign, but it works out for the best in my opinion. At one point we capture a German officer that needs to get interrogated.
Can anyone in this damned army speak German?
I can, Sarge. A little.
Beats the hell out of nothing. Ask him where our missing patrol is.
Also, wir haben letzte Nacht eine Patrouille entsandt. Was ist mit ihr passiert?
Ich weiß nichts von irgendeiner Patrouille.
No luck, Sarge. He says he doesn't know.
Suppose we try again.
Wo ist diese Patrouille?
Im Schuppen, hinter dem Gebäude.
He says they're out back, Sarge.
Good, then he can take us to them. Let's go.
Zeigen Sie uns, wo unsere Männer sind. Los!
Amerikaner! Tötet die Gefangenen!
Great.
Flank them! Our guys are in there! We need to get to that barn before they do!
After that encounter, we've saved some American prisoners of war and then perform another ambush on some German reinforcements.
Sergeant Moody, have your men dig in near the forest south of town, and then meet me back at the CP at 0930.
Now we have to attack the village of Foy. Captain Foley is a lot more disgruntled in this campaign than he was in the original one. The war is wearing him down a bit. It's an intense assault. We do some room-to-room clearing, some houses get burnt down, people explode and die, all in the snowy western front.
The joint's on fire! Move!
At one point, we wind up on the top of a church tower with the sniper rifle taking out anti-tank infantry. We have to knock them out before they lob rockets at approaching friendly tanks. Next up, we have to cross a bridge, but some anti-tank rounds start flying our way, so we have to knock those out first.
Bodhi, take your squad and go nail that tiger! I don't care what it takes, just get it done, understood?
Wow, he's really mad.
Good work, boys. Count your arms and legs and follow me.
One last assault, and that's it for the American team. We fight our way through this town and reach a chateau that we have to capture and then defend. On the second floor, we see a bunch of infantry headed our way, so I try to use the 30 cal until it's out of bullets. But then I resort to my rifle, and then I take out the few approaching enemies. Okay, I should probably try to reload this machine gun. Okay, hurry up, come on. Come on, set it down. God damn it, this thing fucking sucks, and I almost died. This last assault portion is some tricky shit, but at least we get to use some German Panzerschreck anti-tank rockets. At one point, multiple tanks start converging on our positions, and then when all hope is lost, some airplanes come in to save us. And that's it. And now we're on to the British campaign. In this one we are bombing an industrial facility in Holland, and one could say that this whole mission is one long turret section, and it is that, but it's a really immersive and unique experience to the original Call of Duty, so I can't be mad at it. The air war was not all cookies and cream. You either got killed in the air, taken prisoner on the ground, or you successfully bombed your target and had to do it all again later. The casualty rate for bomber crews during the war was really high. This is one of the missions I always remember the most out of United Offensive. Here's just a few moments from the mission that blow my mind.
The party just took a hit! She's going down! Oh, God! Squadron, A for Andy. We have one aircraft down. Keep it moving.
All of my years of playing War Thunder also really paid off. I kill a shitload of German planes, so many in fact that it stops keeping track. Towards the end of the mission, we reach our destination and we have to drop the bombs. The mechanism gets jammed, so it's up to us to open the bomb bay doors.
Steady. Bomb's gone.
There they go.
Direct hit, Skipper. I repeat, direct hit. Well done.
And shortly after, there we go.
Fire in the aft compartment. Doyle, get the extinguisher. We're hit. I can't hold it together. Bail out. Bail out.
Uh-oh. Oh man, we're fucked now. We're stuck hanging in a tree. It's only a matter of time before we either get captured or killed.
Warte mal. Ich muss mal eine Stange Wasser an die Ecke stellen. Was zum Teufel? Achtung! Engländer! Achtung!
Angriff! Uns einen
calm down now. He won't give you any more trouble. Major Ingram, SOE. Our friends from the Dutch resistance saw your plane.
Oh sweet, it's Major Ingram, who the Americans will save from that gulag place a year from now. For the time being, he is working with the Dutch resistance, so we'll just hang out with him for now. It's either that or surrendering to the Germans. We mess up some patrols in the farmhouse full of German soldiers, and Ingram keeps talking about a bridge.
Van Dyke is down. Doyle, make yourself useful. Grab his charges and plant them on the low arches of the bridge. I'll cover you.
Damn, well, it looks like it's up to us to place the charges to blow this bridge up now. We head down some maintenance ladders and plant the charges.
Here comes the train! Doyle, hurry up!
Oh boy, it's right behind us, but it's probably scripted. It probably doesn't spawn until later, because it's all like a video game and it's not real life.
Wait! Wait!
The spectacle of blowing the bridge up rules. After that, we gotta escape. We get followed by some enemies, so we have to turn around in the forest to buy ourselves some more time. After that, we find another truck and escape once again. We did such a good job with Ingram that we got moved to the British Special Forces instead of the RAF. Cool. What's also cool is that we're in Sicily instead of Russia or France for once.
Sorry, sir. Gentlemen, listen up. As soon as we hit the docks, we'll split up into 2 assault teams.
There are some big-ass artillery cannons on this cliffside that we gotta take out, so let's do it. The silenced Sten gun that we get rules. It's the chunkiest cylindrical weapon I've ever seen in my life. We get onto the dock and we take out a bunker. Sweet. Let me quick save my game in. Oh shit. Guess I have to be careful about that going forward. Alright, cool. Now we're back in. Let's hop into this truck.
Right. Once we get in the bunker, we'll spike the guns and plant charges in the magazine. As usual, take any important documents.
That's the first time I've seen a glitch like that before. As long as the game doesn't crash, I'm cool with it. We gotta blow up this lighthouse as a distraction. I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I'm gonna spitball something I was thinking about. The developers of this expansion got wrapped up with Treyarch and eventually made Call of Duty 3 with them, and I always feel that they developed the more unique concepts for the Call of Duty franchise. I think even this earliest campaign is an example of that.
Okay, if Doyle set the fuses correctly, that lighthouse should be going up right about now.
And there it goes. Anyways, we blow up the guns and set the charges on the magazines. Then we have to escape again, but oh damn, our plan got thwarted by a German panzer and all of our squad mates die instantly except for me and Ingram. Damn. Whee! This chase sequence is insane. Ingram and I are on a motorcycle, and we really have to get away. We're flying by CS Italy and running over chickens and stuff. Eventually he crashes and we have to go on foot. It really is a gorgeous environment though. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it's about to get a whole lot more drab at the next set of missions. The escape boat that we had to hop onto exploded as well, so we have to hop onto a German boat with a cannon that explodes other boats on it. It's an exciting, daring escape where we have to hold the mouse button down over intercepting German boats. Wowee, they're exploding. Eventually we escape and then the cliff explodes too, and we get the British debrief.
Have a look, Doyle. You bought your ticket. Might as well enjoy the show. The Ulster Monarch's off the coast. What say we get out of here before any more of these jerrys show?
More bandits coming in from 9 o'clock! Brace yourselves! They pay another one! F for Freddy!
Oh fun, it's the Battle of Kursk. It starts with a really immersive truck ride, similar to the Volga crossing from the first game. There are lots of small moments of horror that we witness on the way to the front line. This expansion adds a few weapons to the Soviet side of things, including the SVT-40 semi-automatic rifle and a Tokarev pistol. We get to hold the line for a while. After that, we get some explosive charges and we have to place them on approaching tanks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Flamethrowers are fucked up. We can use them too against the Germans, but there's not too much fuel ammunition. And that's kind of it for this one. Paniri is every other environment represented at Gates of Hell Ostfront. We're in the Russian steppe, pushing back the Germans all the way to Berlin, but it's going to be a stagnating brawl to get there, building by building, field by field. The Soviet campaign in this game is extremely difficult. Even on the easiest difficulty, I get smoked a couple of times and nearly die a handful of other times, and now I'm scared to quick save because I don't want my game to crash again. It's so hard because every other German soldier has an MP43 rifle which sucks away my health. But similar to the original Call of Duty campaign, there's really not too much to talk about on the Soviet side. Everything just kind of happens in the same-ish looking environments. In this one, we have to drive a T-34 tank and blow up stuff during the Battle of Kursk. That's it. So it's time to find another quote from a book that describes this battle. Here's one from Anthony Beevor's book called The Second World War. It's a long quote, but I feel like it describes the intensity of this famous battle well. Rudolf von Ribbentrop, the son of the foreign minister, described the scene from the turret of his Tiger tank in the 1st SS Panzer Regiment. What I saw left me speechless. From beyond the shallow rise of about 150 to 200 meters in front of me appeared 15, then 30, then 40 tanks. Finally, there were too many to count. The T-34s were rolling towards us at high speed, carrying mounted infantry. The battle resembled a medieval clash of armored knights. Neither artillery nor aircraft could help either side, so mixed up were the forces. Formation and control was lost on both sides, as tank fought tank at point-blank range. When ammunition and fuel blew up, the turret of the tank would be sent flying. German gunners first concentrated their fire on a command tank because it was the only one with a radio. Then they aimed for the big round metal barrel fixed to the rear of a T-34 which carried its fuel reserve. They were around us, on top of us, and between us, wrote an Untersturmführer with the 2nd Panzer Grenadier Regiment. We fought man to man. All German superiority in communications, movement, and gunnery was lost in the chaos, noise, and smoke. The atmosphere was choking, a Soviet tank driver recorded. I was gasping for breath, with perspiration running in streams down my face. The psychological stress was immense. We expected to be killed at any second. Those who were still alive and still fighting a couple of hours later were astonished. Tanks even rammed one another, wrote a Soviet onlooker. The metal was burning. The concentrated area of the battlefield was filled with burnt-out armored vehicles, exuding columns of black, oily smoke. It was an intense battle, but the gist of it all is that the Soviets persevered against the German attacks, leading to a Soviet victory. The Battle of Kharkov, as represented in the United Offensive, is similar in its nature to the original Call of Duty's Stalingrad aesthetic, but instead of a drab gray, it's going for more of a brick-and-mortar orange fiery vibe. The urban environment is full of anti-tank guns that we have to call artillery strikes on, so we do a little bit more in this mission than shooting Germans non-stop. But at the same time, we're also just shooting Germans non-stop. This one starts off with some more city fighting. But eventually it leads to a train station where reinforcements are inbound, via train, if you can believe it or not. I beat this expansion pack twice in the past. Both times I could only finish this level by hiding under a train car until my allies killed off all of the enemies and held against the counterattacks. And when playing it again this time, I can see why I did that. Stukas are dropping bombs on us, tanks are pushing forward. It's a real mess. Unfortunately, towards the end of the battle, I get stuck under a train car and I cannot get out. I tried going to each of the train wheel sides, I try to crouch, I try to stand, no luck, I'm stuck here. And eventually we win the battle, but kind of anticlimactic, but you know, whatever. After all of that, we get a final cinematic cutscene that summarizes all of the stuff that we went through, which really makes you think, damn, that's some heroic ass shit. Good thing nothing else ever happened during the war. Well, thanks for watching this one. I don't see myself playing any other Call of Duty games for a while. I just got in a World War II mood lately. Regardless, we'll probably be doing something a bit more lighthearted in the next video. One thing that the private equity shareholders that control this channel wanted me to bring up is that a few of my other videos actually have some errors in them. I got a few details about the video games I covered wrong, like in my Hitman contracts and my Herat video. While I don't mean to purposely spread misinformation on the internet, I'll try to keep a better eye on that going forward. I view this channel as more of an Evel Knievel type deal where I get paid for the attempt, not sticking to landing. But anyways, if you'd like to see more videos, feel free to subscribe and hit all the fucking buttons and shit. And if you want to support my channel, you can become a member, like these fine people. And I'll see you in the next video. So, have a good night. Bye-bye.